Welcome to Interpretation Experts. I'm Dr. Jasmine, a scholar in English and American literature and a University of Cologne alumna. In this series, we'll tackle real challenges the students might face, or I can say usually face, from managing stress and confidence issues to overcoming procrastination and navigating relations. In the way, I'll share practical tips, proven strategies, and a little inspiration to help you unlock your full potential. This series was inspired by a few questions I have received from my students, in which they have asked, among questions in our own field of studies, about personal growth and personality challenges students usually face and academic life brings with itself. These questions motivated me and, in fact, inspired me to think that it is an important issue, and I realize there is a need to address this subject and offer support. Therefore, this video series has a more friendly tone compared to the lectures. Although I have taken some notes, I might take a look at it while I'm talking so that I don't forget some important parts. I think I have paid enough attention to what I will share with you. The friendliness of the video does not diminish the value of it to me and its importance compared to the lecture videos that are about literary issues. So if I sometimes take a look at my notes, that is the reason I have some points. I wouldn't like to miss any of them. First of all, let's see what burnout is. Burnout is when the stress on you is so much that you feel your mind and body is hitting the wall. It becomes difficult for you to focus. You might read a sentence or one line again and again, although you think you understand the meaning of every sentence. You don't feel that you're learning what you should and you're supposed to learn. But don't worry, you're not alone. Sometimes our mind tells, oh, it's your fault. You're the only person who has this issue. There are many other people all over the world who are tackling with these subjects and learning them very easily. So, the mind sometimes in these situations injects faultiness, wants to tell that it's your fault. First of all, be relaxed, don't worry. And believe me, there are many students I have seen, and I myself as a student experience these moments. Look at them as moments of growth. First of all, it's important to accept that academic life is not just about getting one title or getting one degree and certificate and saying goodbye. Yes, you're right. Today, we need our certificates to do some jobs, to earn money. However, what matters more and remains for you is what personality, character, and growth you obtain after your graduation. This is what makes this procedure valuable. Otherwise, it would be just a result. So look at this process and challenges as some exercises like what you do in a gym to make your muscles stronger. In fact, it vaccinates you in your future life. when you have this attitude, you enjoy tackling these issues. Mm, I wouldn't like I wouldn't like you to misunderstand me. I mean, I don't mean difficulties are enjoyable in themselves. No, I mean difficulties become enjoyable when you remind yourself that after that, after managing it, I will become a stronger person. If this situation happens again in my life, I know more easily how to tackle it, how to deal with it. So this is very important in the very first stage. Now, let's go to some practical tips about what to do with burnout. The first immediate thing that has always helped students of mine and myself as well is simplify. Do you know why? Because simplification is the key to getting organized. Getting organized does not mean just getting organized physically, but also mentally, both of them. Maybe you have heard that your physical surrounding is a projection of your inner mind. That's really true, I suppose. Take a look at your room, take a look at your desk. Sorry. Do you think there are too many things around you? Make it simple as possible. If you don't need them, throw them away. Donate them. Give it to someone who needs it. Just keep the things you need. University life is so concentrated that we don't have time and we wouldn't like to waste time on unnecessary things. Yes, I know. It's enjoyable to have Netflix, to watch lots of YouTube videos, to go on Instagram, and to follow all your musical instruments that you had in your high school or all the sports you had in your free time. They're definitely enjoyable and we wouldn't like to delete them. No. But cut the ones that are not really necessary. Choose some few hobbies, some few activities for your free time that are really necessary according to your personality and your character. No one knows you better than you. No one can say that this activity is better than the other one, this one is more valuable. Just think about what you need. Sometimes there is something very simple, such as some mugs that give you motivation. So it's important to keep them for you. While for another person, there might be something else that matters and gives energy and motivation. That person might like clothes, for example, different clothes. While for you, maybe 2 pairs of jeans and 5 pairs of plovers would be enough. So, according to your personality, try to cut down on unnecessary things. More important than that, come to what is not necessary in your mind. Ask yourself, what can I delete? Sometimes what we should delete is more important than what we should do and what we should add. Sometimes there are relationships you need to cut. An old neighbor that usually makes phone calls every 1 year or every 6 months and spends 1 hour talking on their phone about nonsense, with whom we never feel any good vibes, and it's just a habit. Why these habits should take the best moments of your life away from you? During that time, you can do your studies. During that time, you can read an article. You can watch a YouTube video to learn something, or you can at least take a bath or pay attention to what your body and soul needs. This is how you should prioritize. So, to all of these These subjects are very, very vast, and we can talk about them for 1 week or even more. Um, I must stop it here and go to the next issue. I think I have been able to express myself on the first issue. So the less is the more, physically and mentally. When we talk about getting organized, don't forget tidiness and cleanness. You can rarely find a successful person with a dirty, untidy desk, with a dirty, untidying pack of folders, pamphlets, because your mind needs some organization and discipline in finding the things in your real life quickly. If you need about 1 hour to find one document or find one piece of paper or notes you have taken in your university lectures, so how could we expect to use our time efficiently? I know that a lot of you have some other responsibilities as well. Some of you are married, you have married life responsibilities. Some of my students even have a child or even children. They need to take care of them. So if we spend, I can say, waste our time on these unnecessary, trivial matters, when we can do efficient work. Let's go to the next one, the next tip. When you feel exhausted, you're like a car which has no fuel, and you expect this car to drive from London to Milan, from, I don't know, Toronto to Los Angeles. Is it possible? It doesn't seem so. When you feel exhausted and you think you have burnout, stop. Give fuel to yourself. Give fuel to yourself by what? Think that you're going to a party, a friendly party. What do? The least thing you do is you take a shower, brush your teeth, um, brush your hair. If you're a woman, a little makeup, or if you're a man, you can also wear some cream or whatever you need, because nowadays it's a bit difficult to talk about what men or women do because of the gender issues, because in our field we have studied a lot about gender, but because this video might be helpful for the society and the people from different levels of knowledge and different classes of society. I said men and women. So let's come back to our own issue. I mean, do whatever you need to do to go to a friendly party. I don't mean a luxurious party at the King's Palace. No. Something that is a standard norm of the society to present yourself. You know why? Because it gives the signal to your mind that I am doing something important. What is that important thing? It's your daily life. It's your studies. It's washing the dishes. It's whatever. What I find helpful is doing this every day at the beginning of the day, because it reminds you I'm going to start something important, and that is my daily life. This daily life is what makes your life. If your life matters, daily life matters. If it matters, you need to be prepared even physically for that. And then you see what energy it gives you to start doing your studies, to go to the library, to even be alone at home at your desk. It gives you not only inspiration, but also self-confidence. Do it one day and see the result. But be careful, don't make it too complicated and too long. You can do all of it with taking a shower all together in maybe 20 minutes. Don't make it that complicated that it makes you tired, so that the next day you decide not to do it. Let's go to the next tip. The next tip is our physical body. One of the main reasons of burnout is, first of all, hunger. Hunger doesn't mean that your stomach is hungry. It means the cells of your body and brain are hungry. They're starving. They're shouting that we need something. We don't get what we need. Yes, maybe you need to eat a fast food restaurant hamburger to get rid of hunger, to eat French fries, Coca-Cola. Take one piece of paper, write down what you eat that is not good for your brain and mind. Throw them away. Just have one cheat day during the day or during the week or even the month. It depends on how well determined you are. For a person like me, who has worked a lot for more than 20 years on these issues, because you know that and studying for so many years makes you an expert in your own mind and body to tackle these issues, at least about you, not about other people. I have one cheat day every 3 months because, for example, I love hamburgers and Nutella. I have one cheat day. During that cheat day, every maybe 3 months, I can say it varies. I go to a shopping center with my little girl and we eat in McDonald's. I know it's not very healthy, but we really enjoy it. I enjoy it more than my kid. And then Coca-Cola. After that, I eat one Nutella. We come home and we watch a cartoon and we eat our Nutella. But that's it. It doesn't mean that every day I am allowed to repeat this habit, this unhealthy habit. Now, on the other side of paper, write what is healthy and you need it. It doesn't need to be that complicated. I'm sure if you do it, after a while, you see that you're spending even less money. When I go to university, before when I was a student or now when I go there, I have a separate bag with me. A separate bag with anything I need inside. My own bag contains salad, which has veggies in it, green veggies. The sauce I have made myself because I wouldn't like to make myself too tired. I add a little low-fat mayonnaise into it because we wouldn't like to kill ourselves. And life is something we should also enjoy. It's not something in which we kill ourselves to achieve our dreams. So try to romanticize your bag with something you like. But beside the main healthy parts, I make my own lunch. Usually for dinner, I cook something more, or sometimes at the weekend, I cook for all the week. I take it with me. I prepare my own drinks. I have 2 bottles. One of them is my own coffee and milk. The other one is the smoothie that I usually make. Maybe in another video I can talk about it. So when I'm hungry during the day, I just take a look at my bag and I know these are my options. If you don't have these with you, you just go to the canteen of the university and buy anything you see. And at the end of the month, you see that you have been tired most of the days. You have spent a lot of money. And also, you don't feel that healthy. The other thing that is important and is related to your body issues, physical health, is doing sports. I know some of you might say, oh, no, don't talk about sports because I don't have time to go to the gym or I'm tired. I'm already feeling tired. How I go and do sports. No, I don't mean that. I myself played basketball and did very difficult physical. I did lots of physical exercises before the university when I was at high school. But when I entered the university, I got more limited in energy. My body energy was not that much. So, what we can do, a very, very practical strategy I had for myself was I had one 10-minute exercise video. You can find and search on YouTube very easily. And maybe I try to find one useful one and write it down in the descriptions below for you, a website and a YouTube channel. It's, I can say, about more than 20 years. I have, no, mm, yes, it's more than 20 years. I've been exercising with videos, and about 10 years I have been exercising with one same video that is just 10 minutes. It needs just 2 square meters. You stand, it's a standing up exercise. You easily move your body, it doesn't need any instrument. And you don't believe that after this 10-minute exercise, I feel I'm fresh, I'm totally fresh. The other thing that has helped me, which is related to this physical exercise, is meditation. Yes, I know these days you hear meditation a lot, but believe what I say, because it has been scientifically proved that one of the most important things, or some research says that the only important thing that makes the feeling of happiness in your mind and heart is meditation, because meditation is the key to getting organized and making your mind organized. When your mind is organized, you have the feeling that I am prosperous, I'm happy. By meditation, I don't mean going to the mountains, to yoga classes, going to Tibetan courses and meditating for 1 or 2 hours, 1 month, 1 week. No, simplify it. 10 minutes meditations, 20 minutes meditations, 30 minutes meditations. My own meditation every day is 23 meditation. It's one audio I have been using for a long time. But believe me, at first it's difficult for you. After a while, you see the change. Not only you see the change, the others also see the change. You see the change in you, in your mind, in your thinking, in your learning. The most important of all for us as academic people, you see the learning becomes very easy for you when you meditate. You cannot meditate like that, no problem. For 5 minutes, sit on a chair in a quiet place, or not in a quiet place, no problem, in the library. Lie on your bed, wherever you feel comfortable. Don't force yourself to do anything, just close your eyes for just a few minutes, very few minutes. Listen to the silence of the air. Close your eyes and watch the darkness inside your eyes. For just 5 minutes, listen to the silence of the atmosphere and watch the darkness inside your eyes. You feel some silence in yourself and focus on your heart. After these 5 minutes, keep this silence with you anywhere you go. At seminars and lectures at the university, when you talk to your friends, when you go to restaurants, when you go home, when you take a shower, it must become your habit. And after very few days, after 1 week or 2 weeks, or even some of my students told me after even 1 day of exercising this, they found the change. They saw that they carry this silence with themselves. Carry this silence and don't let anyone or anything disrupt it. If it happened, come back to your default silence. Although these might seem very, very simple, I suppose this is one of the simple, effective things that helps you be more successful in your academic life. The next issue, which is a super, super important matter is your sleep pattern. Most of you work and study and have a lot of responsibilities, as I told you. You need a sleep. You need about 8 or 9 hours of sleep. Sleeping is not wasting time. Sleeping is not doing nothing. Sleeping does a lot of things. If you search about it, you find sleeping stops brain extra activities. Brain decreases cortisol in your body. And also, it helps your brain manage what you have learned in your classes and seminars. If you don't sleep, you don't give this chance to your brain to rehearse what you have learned. And is it possible? Sometimes not. So what we should do? One of the best things practically proved is cutting it. I know it's not the best choice, but sometimes during the years of our studies, we have to cut it to some parts. Cut it to 2 or 3 parts. For example, you wake up in the morning, you go to university. After that, if you have time to come home, sleep for 2 hours, then set the time, the alarm, wake up, go to work, come back, sleep for 2 hours, go to the library, study until whatever time you come home. Maybe it's about 9 o'clock. When you come back home at 9 o'clock, you can do your personal activities. You can have dinner, take a shower, whatever. And then at 12 o'clock, you can go to sleep until about 2:30. I'm talking about my own habits. And then at 3:30, you wake up. And then from 3:30, you can study very well until about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And then you can have breakfast, brush your teeth, and go to bed. Do the night rituals usually you do at about 6 or 7 o'clock, and then go to bed at that time. At 9 o'clock or at whatever time you have classes at the university, you wake up and you go to classes. So you see, you have had 2 hours. You have had 2 hours sleep time. So generally you have 8 hours of sleep. But you see that how well you perform in the different parts and fields of your life. The last point is, this is the last but not the least. Make time for what you love, you really love. It doesn't matter. People might laugh at you. People might finances, no matter. It doesn't matter at all. What you love is what you must always prioritize in your weekly activities. For me, it's being in nature. I have to go to the park or nature alone for some minutes, or maybe 1 or 2 hours every week. If I don't do it, I cannot do any other activities. One of my students told me doodling is what she loves. Why not? Allocate some time to doodling. One of my other students told something funny. She told me, I love mixing anything I have in the fridge and cooking something new. Think about what you enjoy. Making flowers, writing memories, journaling. Journaling is amazing. If you haven't tried journaling, or it's not your daily habit, it's usually recommended by many people. After journaling, you see the difference. So whatever, do what you love. That is like the fuel I told you at the beginning of the video. These tips were what have always helped me, not only during my study years, but also after that. I just would like to share these experiences with you so that I not only have answered the questions in messages I have received, but also shared with the people who might find these challenges in their life, which are very, very common. And I hope in the future videos, I will cover the other questions in the messages I receive. Apart from the lectures, these tea time videos are what I myself enjoy a lot. And usually after the classes, I have always been used to spending some time, although I'm very busy, about maybe a quarter with my students and to talk about their personality issues. And I also learn from them a lot. What I say is not only my experiences, but what I have learned from other people, my classmates at that time, and now my students. I learn a lot. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or ideas, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.